Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 257. My name is Dan, and I shall be your host once again. Cheers to you all. My friend Kevin was wondering where that ting comes from. So, 256 episode ago, I've had this since episode 1, but apparently I nicked it with my nail, and a guy from work says, you got to use that every episode. Kevin, that's where that is from. That's the story. I wish it was more interesting, but there it is. So, cheers again. That one was on purpose. Okay, so today I'll be doing another one of my revisiting forgotten bands. And I was going through my albums. I'm like, how come I've never done this band before? I have all their albums, but I guess I should go and look at my whatchamacallit there, CD discography, because I got some in there. I was like, oh yeah, I should do that one. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about XYZ. If you were into hair metal back in the late 80s, you should know who these guys are. If not, they are a hair metal band from, or hard rock, whatever you want to call it there, from France, formed in Lyon, France back in the, I think it was 83, if I remember correctly. A few little lineups here and there, but after that it decided to move to LA. And this is where the from gets a little bit complicated here. So when they moved to LA, it was Terry Ilaus, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, on vocals, and Pat Fontaine on bass and background vocals. Those two have been pretty much the nucleus of XYZ since day one. The two guys that moved to LA decided, no, that's not for us. So they go and recruit US, I believe, Mark Richard Diglio on guitar and background vocals, and Paul Monroe on drums and background vocals. That would make album number 1, or the lineup for album number 1 and 2. Then it gets a little bit more complicated here. So that's XYZ for you. They were played often here in Canada, especially on album number 1. So I'll show you album number 1, which was their self-titled. And of course, I got this one on vinyl too, also, whatever you would call it there. So on this album, they had a video for Inside Out, and that's the first video I saw. I was like, wow, that is a great song. And there was some great guitar playing in that one too. There is another video, which I've never seen, but apparently there's one for What Keeps Me Loving You. Now, there was a song, oh my God, which was it here? It was on the Dolph Lundgren movie, I Come in Peace, which was Maggie. I've never seen that movie, so I couldn't tell you if where the song is in the, but if you want a great first hair metal, like self-titled hair metal album, this is a good one right here. Maggie, Inside Out, What Keeps Me Loving You, Come On and Love Me. That's not a Kiss cover, by the way. The whole thing is great here. It's a good first self-titled album. That is from 1989. So yeah, I liked them that much. I got them both times. Now comes album number 2, and I'll always remember when this album came out. So then 1990, and they had fairly good play. Like in the hair metal world, people knew who XYZ was because of this album. And their second album in 1991, which is called Hungry, which I find just a tad better than the first one, but not by much here. I wish I can get this on vinyl, but oh my God, it's expensive. It's crazy. But this is a great one here too. XYZ Hungry. And the reason I was saying I'll always remember when this came out was there was one video for this album. It was Face Down in the Gutter. And talk about a sexist video. I fucking loved it. But I remember there was an interview with Pat Fontaine back on the Power Hour trying to defend, oh, we're not sexist, we're blah, blah, blah. Was it as bad? It wasn't any worse than any of the other videos. Like Cherry Pie to me was a little bit worse. There was a whole bunch like that, but lots of sexy chicks in that. But there's this fucking bartender in the movie, in the video. Check out, like I said, Face Down in the Gutter. That fucking black bartender there just fucking annoys me. He's way too much into his role. Let me put it that way. Fire and Water. That's a free cover, if I remember correctly. Good cover also. Off to the Suns. Another good one. Shake Down the Walls. Oh my God, this is written small here. Roll of the Dice, Whiskey on a Heartache. And of course, the CD comes with the bonus tracks, Two Wrongs Can Make a Right. So I like it a tad better than the first one, but this flopped compared to the first one. So after the tour with Foreigner, if I remember correctly, they disband. Now, fast forward to 2003. Betcha most people don't even know this album exists. I'm here to let you know it exists. Letter to God. Now, this is XYZ in name only, as it only features Terry Ilous on vocals. The rest was Sean McNabb on bass. Yeah, that guy that's played on every... I find that Sean McNabb always seems to land bass roles in bands when they're on their down spiral down there. J.K. Northrup on guitars and Paul Monroe on drums. Actually, Paul Monroe is the other... Sorry. Terry Ilous and Paul Monroe are the only two members here. I'm not sure what happened with Pat Fontaine there and Diglio, why didn't come back. This is okay. I remember my friend Steph, as I was getting into XYZ at the time, just gave it to me. Or he exchanged it, but for very little. Like, he was like, yeah, I bought this. I don't really want it here. It's yours if you want. Ah, sure, I'll take it. I'm a completist. So, Letter to God, it's good. Like, I couldn't even, like, I probably listened to this, like, 5-6 times in my life there. I remember it being good. Is it brilliant? No, not even close. This is not really XYZ. But the guy can sing. Like, Terry Ilous has a great voice, and he still has to this day, which brings me... Anyway, if you want to get this album just to be a completist, yeah, it's good, but it's nowhere near anything from album 1 and 2. So after this happens, this made absolutely no dent in the music world. I didn't know it existed until it was given to me there. But they reunite in 2008 with the 1992 lineup of Terry Ilous, Pat Fontaine, Tony Marcus, and John Shapiro. Those are the two new, so I guess just Ilous and Fontaine from the 1992 lineup. I guess just to say that they are active. They've been doing like Monsters of Rock, little shows here and there. They're still touring to this day. But Terry Ilous, the singer, actually went on to become the lead singer of Great White and actually did 2 albums with Then, sorry, man, I'm sweating. It's so fuck. I just came back from a walk and I was like, I'm so hot. It's ridiculously hot here in Ottawa this week. Yeah, he did two albums with Great White called Elation and from 2012 and Full Circle from 2017. Then he left, and that's when the carousel of lead singers for Great White started. But apparently they're still around because this is according to Wikipedia, of course. There's not much on this band, by the way, online there. 2022, apparently, according to Pat Fontaine, there's new music coming. Okay, we're 2024 now, so we're still waiting, unless somebody out there tells me it's already been released, but I haven't seen anything or heard anything from this year. So this is my little reminder of mine here to check out some XYZ. If you like your hair metal, especially these two albums. If you're a completist, sure, get this one. But if you just want to see or how this band sounds like, check out these two albums. Yeah, this one here. This is great hard rock hair metal right there. Good stuff right here. So, but yeah, check out that video for Face Down in the Gutter. That's quite the, lots of sexy girls in there. I wish I don't have a problem with, but that fucking bartender, man, oh my God. Anyway, that's my little episode for today. I'm a little overwhelmed this week from other stuff, so... Oh my God, it's so hot here. There's friggin' so much condensation on my glass. It's ridiculous. So, on that note, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Hit the little thumbs up and the little bell to be notified when I publish new content like this. Next episode, we're trying something different here. I'm not going to spoil it just in case something happens. But the next episode is going to be pretty fucking cool. We're trying something different here. All right. On that note, see you guys next time. And we shall see you guys later. That made no sense. Bye-bye.